the Dream Team Tonic, and it's live.
Good evening and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast. Tonight we'll be previewing Game Week 15 Sun Dream Team, which is a Premier League and Carabao Cup double, a little sprinkling of Crystal Palace in Europe. Tonight we've got a special guest joining us. He is the West Ham correspondent on Planet FPL. He's having a cracking Dream Team season, but most importantly, he's from Essex. Come on. Hello, Chris. How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, Scott. Thanks for having us on.
Good to have you on. Yeah, it's about time we evened up the numbers when it comes to people from the south on this show. But over to the other two. Tony, how are you?
All good, mate. All good.
And Ben, good week.
Yeah, brought back down to earth this week. Now I've used my goal boost.
All the points are dried up.
Yeah, well, I've had such a bad season, and then the goal boost has just brought me back to level keel again. So
nice little injection there.
Yeah.
We'll say hello to a few in the chat, and then Chris, you can let us know how your game week and season has been going. But we'll say hello to a few people in the chat up first. So we've got Paul joining us, new member in the chat. So welcome, Paul. We've got Ian, we've got Steve. I've fallen out with Steve. He's a Villa fan, so I don't want to be friends with him anymore. No, well played. Great win for Villa. Miss Noopy's in the chat. She's shouting goal because I think she's just brought in Bruno Fernandes, who's just scored. We've got Joe Cook, we've got Icars, we've got Nathan Wisby, who's flying high as well this season. Ben's in there as well. You all right, Ben? Samantha, Lee. That's about it for this evening. A few people tuning in to Man United Wolves, I imagine, as well. But Chris, before we start, so how did you first get into Dream Team? You're a member of our community, having a good season this season, but how did it all begin?
I started playing, I did the Euros one. It was just son-in-law, his work, were doing the mini league thing, so they put a tenner in. I thought I'll have to give it a go, and did all right. So I won it by a fair bit. But it's like that what we said earlier, really, before, about people not kind of realising on things on the rules. So it was a easy-ish win. And then they banned me for the full season. So I did it last year. But I was doing Sky before. So when Sky packed up, I sort of, obviously did that. So I thought I'll try it and enjoyed it. Really, it's quite a good game. I think it is more fun than some of them because there's always something going on. You've always got a game on with the Europe and all the other games like Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and stuff like that. So I've just been. This is my second season on the full, the full version, as it were.
Do you think it's helped you that you've played a few of the other formats? Obviously, you play FPL, but the Sky game as well. Has that helped with the different elements of scoring? Yeah,
I think so. I mean, I've done Telegraph years ago, but I think it's got some elements of Sky, hasn't it? In the sense of you had certain actions that players take other than just goals and assists and clean sheets. So you've got to look at things a little bit different. It does. I think it's quite good because it does bring everyone into the game more or less. Certainly at various stages, there might be times where certain players, like defenders, aren't so good compared to. I mean, this season's defenders seem to be doing all right. But I think, the fact that if you could pretend, doesn't have to be a goal scorer. You can pick someone who, ticks over sort of each week.
Yeah, I think
7 points. So it's quite good. There's so many different ways of playing it.
Yeah, especially like the defense-minded players, for example. I think we're going to probably cover a few in this episode, but we'll take it straight to your team. You're a West Ham fan. I don't think we're going to be focusing too heavily on West Ham players to play, are we?
I'd rather not focus on them too much, if I'm honest. Not at the minute, anyway.
None in your team currently, but could you see your team up on the screen there?
Yes, yeah.
As you talk us through your week, what transfers did you make, and how are you doing overall? Because spoiler alert, we've added you to our Tonic guest league, and you've gone straight in at top. So let us know how your season's been going.
I mean, I had a very, very good week last week with the goal bonus. I mean, Haaland's getting a few more goals would have topped it off, obviously. But ended up with about, I think it was 220 odd points. So that catapulted me from 2,000 something up to 200 odd. That's the highest I've been. I've kind of been going up steadily before that. I've gone up in the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks from about 6,000-7,000. So yeah, it's been gradual climb and then a big leap. But transfer wise, I brought in the 2 Newcastle defenders. They've got a few decent fixtures coming up. They're playing twice, more so than a couple of other teams that have got like a single week. So have them for a few weeks or a couple of weeks at least. Took out Lenkovic, who, well, luckily this week I did take him out because he got a -2, didn't he? He got
Own goal.
Yeah.
well, that was luckily well timed. Although I didn't get many points from the Newcastle boys, I didn't lose points, so it's still net positive. And then I think I still had the Chelsea defender from before, Ajipong, I think. Who actually I'll have to look at that. Actually, I can't remember who I took out actually. So I know it's Sarr. Sorry, I took out
because of the injury.
So Sarr, yeah. So that was a kind of. I was getting itchy fingers with the Palace ones. A sort of part of me wanted to take one of them out, but I didn't really know when or who. So it's quite nice sometimes when something like that happens because it forces you into doing something. So it stops you dithering. And then obviously, yeah, went for Hall. I know he's a bit risky, but I think his ceiling's higher. I know you've talked about that. And then just, yeah, because I would have brought in Voltimade, but I didn't really want to take out Diago because I think he's got quite a few doubles himself. I know he's got the odd blank, but he's got all right fixtures for a while actually, for three or four game weeks. And I think he's got the Carabao, isn't he? Although whether he plays and it's against City anyway, but that's just a bonus. But yeah, so I mean, as I say, it's going quite well. This week's fairly average, bit lower down, dropped down about 100 places, but I'm not too concerned. Most of those in there really are kind of, they will cover me for 2 or 3 weeks at least. If I want to make any changes, I will.
Yeah, I like that double Newcastle defence for this week and the following. I think looks quite nice. So
I mean, it's served me quite well. I think I had 2. I had Munoz and Lacroix quite early on from about game week 4, and then I ended up bringing in Henderson sort of only about 3 weeks ago. Raised a bit of money because I think I had Donnarumma, so the price sort of swing was there wasn't much difference, and that's worked out. But I think it's worked. And then again, where I know a lot of people did, but rather than having one from Palace or one from Arsenal, there having the 2 has just helped a little bit of a difference. I mean, when I've had some of those, some of the ownership on them overall was quite, it's only like 2 or 3%. Obviously, they've gradually got more popular.
yeah, you said before we come on as well that your timing has been pretty good on some of the buyers like Sarr. You said, did you get him in for the brace?
Yeah, so I got him in for the brace. I mean, it is a bit of luck. I mean, it's you can't. You obviously want them to score, but it can go. It's not like that every single week. But yeah, so but then it's like the players I've taken out were players that were okay-ish. So I think I took out Kudos and I took out Eze that week. So I brought in Sarr and I brought in Gabriel, and they both got like 40 odd points between them. So I've been lucky in that sense. To be fair, the first season I did it, the transfers, I only had 2 weeks where I didn't get a positive transfer, but obviously I didn't finish that high up. I think I finished about 2,500 in the end.
Oh, looking good. We'll go through the rest of the teams, and then we'll try and weave in our plans, I guess, into some of the listener questions. But no, looking good there. I quite like that team. Who's up next? Ben? 46. Muted, mate. Muted.
46, yeah, not too bad. Brought in 2 Newcastle players, a bit like Chris. Brought in Hull. Just preferred him to Chow. Looking at Chow's stats, and he's more just clean sheets, And obviously he got the double the other week, so it shot his score up a bit. But like Hull can just get bonus points, tackles, shots on target, so chances created. So I went for him. He got rested, but still scored more points in 27 minutes than Chow. So obviously a small little win, but hopefully he'll play in the Champions League midweek. And Voltemada, I just fancied Newcastle to hit about 3 or 4 goals against Burnley.
I was worried about not owning him.
Yeah. I just thought I'll bring him in for this because I had nothing to lose. I took Sarr out and Marlon. Marlon, the hero for my goal boost. 15-pointer and a goal.
He almost scored at the end.
Yeah. He only went up 0.1 as well this week. And he got a 15-pointer for, 3 million? So, yeah. That was the transfers. So far, not too good, but the rest of the team's doing okay. Henderson, 3. Munoz didn't play. Got a knee injury, as far as we know.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to play one of the sound effects. We'll leave it for now.
Yeah. Lacroix got 4. Timber 3. Enzo 3. Saka got 7. Foden another goal, 12 points. Captained Haaland. He got 6 points? And Mateta. Can't see the team.
3 points for him.
3 points for Mateta. Yeah. So
everyone's getting fed up with him.
They can all get fed up with him because I'll be keeping him for this run of games.
Tony's the big fan of Mateta.
Oh, he's been awful, hasn't he?
Getting
hooked early now as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's been pretty constant now that he's getting taken off.
I think that's just more fixture volume though. Because they've got another game in the midweek, so it's like, best rest him.
I think someone was saying the backup was off to AFCON, so maybe they're playing them now because maybe Mateta's going to play more minutes over the Christmas New Year period. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's going? Is it
Uche?
Uche or something.
Yeah.
Have they poached Nketiah yet? Because I'm sure he was getting poached to play for an African nation. I can't remember which one it was.
I'm not sure.
Because he played for England, hasn't he, already? But I don't think he's played a competitive game.
Grabbed the goal, though. Tony, there's actually a mention of Nketiah in the chat here. Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Saying he stuck Nketiah in as a punt.
Yeah.
And he told you so.
Where is it? He did. Like I said to you, I did think about it.
He's called you out as well. Actually, he nearly talked Tony into it, but he's chickened out. He's not as punty as last season.
Come on, Steve. You won't be on here talking unless he bagged that goal. He probably don't start against Shelbourne. They've got a couple of under 21s in the team for it. But no, fair play, mate. Yeah, ballsy.
Calling you out, mate. Calling you out. It's me up next. There's not much in these points, is there, this week? I feel like a lot of the teams are all looking around the same sort of. I guess the template's sort of forming as well, but pretty low scoring week so far. Henderson, Lacroix for me, and Munoz obviously didn't play, so 3 points for Hendo, 4 for Lacroix. Timber, Arsenal defence were all over the place, 3 points in that one, but I think he's going to have to carry on playing unless I don't even know who we were rotating for against Bruges because we're so light on numbers at the moment. And then Hall come in for me. So my moves out were pretty easy this week. It was quite relaxing compared to the goal bonus week that come before it. So Sarr was injured and I took Marlon out. I just decided I want to retire Marlon as a dream team legend after that goal bonus goal. So I took Sarr and Marlon out for Doku and Lewis Hall. But yeah, exactly what Ben said. A bit disappointing that he didn't start, but he kind of felt like he would miss maybe one in the next 4. So it's out of the way now, and at least they didn't keep the clean sheet. Foden 12. See a few, including Nathan in the chat, captained Foden this week. So that's gone pretty well. Just a vice for me, though, unfortunately. 12 points. Stoker with 7. Saka with 7. And then Rodgers with 3, who I thought was fantastic against Arsenal. Absolutely bossed that game. He's really fun to watch, isn't he, Rodgers? But didn't quite do it for points this week.
No.
Actually got your team, isn't it, next week, Chris? Is it West Ham Villa?
Yes,
week?
yeah, I'll be going that one. That's at West Ham. So,
but just a single, so I don't know if he'll stay for that. We'll have to see. Haaland captain, and then big Philippe Mateta up top. Just bang on 1K, I think, at the moment. Tony.
Hello. Right, transfers in. Ramsdale came in for Roos from Sunderland to Newcastle. And then the other transfer was Sarr. I'll leave it in Thiago because, as Chris said earlier, he's got a really nice run of fixtures. So I just thought I'd hold him through the single and hope he catches something. But yeah, I wanted him longer term. And I had Foden sat in my team, and then we were on the deadline stream, and someone brought up Kudus. I can't quite remember who mentioned Kudus now on live stream.
Probably Steve getting in your head.
No, I think it was after he mentioned Nketiah, and when Kudus come up, because I had looked at Spurs fixtures because they had got a nice double game week, 2 home fixtures, and I thought after that recovery against Newcastle, which to be fair they didn't really deserve out, but like I say, sometimes that's the springboard to jump on, and they might go on a little bit of a run now. So I thought Kudus, yeah, steady away. Loves his bonus points. Go on, let's give him a do. And, well, he scored before getting hooked. So it would have been it'd have done much better than Foden with a game to come. It'd have been on, 17 points, something like that. But it wasn't to be, but I'm not bothered. He got 5 by performance points, so he got the 8 points. So it's only 4 less than Foden, and obviously tough game away at Real Madrid now for City. So whereas Kudus has got the Slavia Prague at home, so I'm not too fussed about that transfer. Nunes, correct. He's
done well.
Scored. Yeah, towards the end of the game, he's scored. Just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. He really did just rack up a load of points towards the end. 10-pointer, but to be fair, since I brought Nunes in, he's done nothing for a couple of weeks other than concede goals. City, yeah, like that double game week for the goal boost with Fulham and Leeds, you wouldn't have expected City to concede 6 goals. So yeah, little bit of redemption there from Nunes. Obviously, Munoz did not play. He won't play Shelbourne. But didn't fancy a sub because I couldn't move to a midfielder. Timber just a 3. Fernandez 3 points. Saka 7. Doku 7. Was it not 8 at one point? I think he lost a point. Thiago the 3. Captain Haaland, very boring pick. Tony 3 points. That's what you get for going boring. And my third transfer was Voldemort in for
Sarr?
Must have been Sarr, was it?
No, Sarr came out for what's he called? It was Declan Rice for Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had a knock, didn't he? He ended up doing really well this week.
8 points, I think.
Yeah, so one of them. Win some, lose some. 53 points. Not too bothered. Team's pretty well set going into next week. Obviously, Arsenal have the single against Wolves. So it's a good single at home to Wolves. So I'm not too arsed about them singling. Kudus, I think he's got Forest. So don't know. I might move Kudus out and have a punt on on someone who might get the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one, that Carabao Cup. We'll come on to the fixtures in a minute, but yeah, in terms of like punts, maybe there'll be a few there, because I feel like the amount of fixtures there's got to be a little bit of rotation somewhere for some people. So
you'd expect so.
Yeah. Right. If you've enjoyed it so far, leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, and let us know how your game week's been going in the chat, guys. Let's have a look at some fixtures up next. So this is Ben's.
Don't forget the hype button as well.
Hype. Yeah, where is it? I think you have to swipe somewhere. If you're on mobile, swipe across. There's a new hype feature. Chuck us a few points. It'll help us boost us up. Fixtures, Ben, where are we at?
Well, yeah, go game week 15 next week. We got the Carabao Cup quarterfinals and a Europa Conference League match day 6 for Crystal Palace at home versus KUPS Finnish side. So that Palace have got a double game week of Man City at home and KUPS both at home. Man City play Palace away and Brentford at home in the Carabao. Newcastle travel to Sunderland, Tyne-Wear derby, and Fulham at home in the Cup. Chelsea have Everton at home and Cardiff away. And then the teams that are not in Europe that have a double game week are Fulham, who have Burnley at home and Newcastle away. And Brentford have Leeds at home and Man City away.
Tasty. Yeah. Tony and Chris both got Thiago already, so that's quite a nice differential for the double. Any that stand out there for you, Ben, that you might be looking to target?
Newcastle, I'd say. But obviously it's going to be a tricky game for them away at Sunderland. Yeah. But yeah, Fulham at home in the Cup. Newcastle seem to always go strong in the Cups. They've got they're trying to defend it as well. They won it last year, didn't they? I think they've two finals in the last 3 years as well. So yeah, Man City double game week is good as well. Obviously Palace are solid, but Brentford at home in the Cup could be good. Palace is double. Obviously, Man City is the tough game, but if they can put some of the usual suspects out, which they have been doing in Europe against KUPS, could be a few goals there and maybe a clean sheet. Yeah, and obviously these boys have got Thiago, so Leeds at home, Man City away in the Cup. Could be a few goals for him there.
What do you lads think about that, like targeting City for that week? Because do you think there'll be a lot of rotation for them against Brentford in the Carabao? They usually do rotate, but as you get later on, it's hard to call. Haaland's not a rest in a while. Maybe
it's a home game, which obviously gives an advantage to begin with. I can see him making 6 or 7 changes. I think that's the way it'll go. Haaland, he's got to rest at some point, especially before Christmas when these games start. I mean, from when we get to like Boxing Day kind of thing, it's pretty constant, the football all the way through to like mid-January, isn't it? Yeah, I think he's getting a rest in that game. So I'll be looking elsewhere for my captain next week. Like Ben says, Newcastle's not a bad pump because they do go strong. Gordon.
I'm just looking at that fixture after for City. Chris, Haaland versus arrested.
Our captain's already there. Although we have been a little bit better. We've not been letting in 3 or 4s, so it's just those. We've gone from letting in early goals to late goals now. So, but yeah, I think he's going to get. He's definitely going to get chances against us. So yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the rare West Ham games that I have been to. I think that was either last season or the one before where we got that hat trick against you at at your place. Not good memories.
I didn't captain, so that's.
We'll head over. Oh, before we do, Ben, have you got the FA Cup draw as well? Because just before we come on air, the FA Cup draw has just come out, hasn't it? So the game week 19.
I didn't realise there was a draw today.
Well, I didn't, to be honest. I was just prepping for this, and I saw it come up on Twitter. Have you got it there?
I'll try and pull it up. I thought you were just talking about the FA Cup, the round when it is.
Oh, nice.
Luckily, Rover's got an away game because if it's still raining here, we can't play fixtures.
Oh no. Yeah, they go into game week 19 with the Carabao Cup semi-finalists when we know those.
Right.
So it's going to be a big cup game.
Right, I've got them up.
Go for it. Or maybe just the Prem ones that
Prem
include
teams.
the Prem. Yeah.
So we got Wolves at home versus Shrewsbury. Bit of a local derby. Tottenham Villa. It's a good one. There we go. Forest go to Wrexham. Man City play at home to Exeter. They always seem to get the plum ones, don't they?
That's the max cap or the sub.
Yeah, max cap or sub that week. West Ham QPR.
Cool.
Brentford go to Sheffield Wednesday. Fulham host Middlesbrough. Everton Sunderland. Liverpool at home versus Barnsley. Burnley play Millwall. Arsenal go to Pompey, Portsmouth. Leeds travel to Derby. That's the old Bielsa Lampard derby.
Yeah.
The old binoculars out. Newcastle host Bournemouth. Eddie Howe derby. Who else we got? Crystal Palace go to Macclesfield. Man United.
Palace are just undroppable, aren't they?
Yeah. Man United host Brighton. If I knew this draw was today, I would have had the fixture ticker updated.
It was literally, I think it was about an hour before we come on, I think.
Right.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had a chance, mate. It were quite soon.
Well, Ben will have this updated straight away, and if you wanted to sign up to our Patreon, what level? Remind me again.
Second tier.
Second tier on Patreon. You can get access to this fixture ticker, and by the time you're listening to this, it will be updated anyway. Early access to the pods and access to our Discord community. Patreon, second tier for the ticker, and Discord. You can hit the join button on YouTube or any level of Patreon. Listener questions: would you consider max captain this week, as there isn't a lot of players that have doubles? But let's talk about captaincy in general, I guess. We just said max captain might be good for that FA Cup week now, where it could be a few differentials that go big against lower league opposition, so you could be worth saving it. What do you think of max captain this week, and what are your initial thoughts? We'll start with you, Chris. Captaincy for this week, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about Thiago actually, only because he's got a good first game. It's not really. I mean, Haaland can always go off, can't he? But like Tony said, I don't think he'll play the second game. He might not even need to put him on the bench, because I'm sure Brentford will probably rest a few players themselves. There's not really out of the team the players that I've got. There's like Palace, don't really fancy any of them. Yeah, you got Doku, Foden, and then I've got two Newcastle defenders. So yes, it's a bit of a lottery, and I know that Thiago will play against Leeds, and I know he's at home, so it's a little bit of a risk-free one. I don't really fancy Max captain purely because I don't look at it and think, oh, I've got 4 or 5 people in there who I think are going to score well, who I'm going to captain. Which one of them shall I pick? It's more a case of a bad bunch because of the rotation and the unknown. And I think you'll probably have other opportunities on that. Max
I quite like that with Thiago. I think I'd consider it if I had him. It's a shame, isn't it, if they rotate Brentford?
Yeah.
Like, you'd like to see him give it a real go.
Surely, like you've watched Crystal Palace, Newcastle, these teams. Like, I always say about the teams like Brentford, Everton, and the likes. They've got to go for it. Like, your fans expect it. You can go win a trophy, go and have a trip to Wembley. Your fans want it. If they're just surviving in the Premier League or sitting mid-table, what other excitement have they got? So Brentford should be going full strength against City, hoping that City rest a few. If City make 6-7 changes, Brentford have got a really good chance to turn them over there.
He did, Thomas Frank, he did rest a few against Arsenal the other day as well. I know Thiago, I think, might have had a little bit of a knock, didn't he? But he started on the bench.
Thomas Frank?
Thomas Frank.
Not Thomas Frank. He played against Thomas Frank, didn't he? In the next game against Spurs. I think he was resting them for Spurs, to be honest.
2-1 United.
2-1 United?
Yeah.
Bruno again?
Well, Cunha's had 6 shots, so as he finally a goal, I think he's been itching for one.
And Bumo.
Oh, you could have, if you did make a sub, it would have been either Bruno or Brian, wouldn't it? So it's probably gone all right if you did it. They rested Damsgaard as well as Thiago for that Arsenal match. So a few of them might have had a rest already, potentially. So maybe they will go for it. What are you thinking, Ben? Is it just a Haaland week?
Yeah, I think, Haaland week, unless you really want to go for it. But I just think Haaland will play Palace. And I think it'd be daft if he rests Haaland for the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, especially against a Premier League team like Brentford. He'll need a bit of steel up front with the big lads at the back for Brentford. Sorry. I think it's a simple captain this week. I mean, you could go differential with Foden. I think Foden should play both games. I like Bruno Guimaraes as a punt. He's got 49 points in the last 5 game weeks. He's doing really well.
And he scores corners.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't put them onto people's heads. Just put them in net.
Yeah. He's got good routes to points. Just ticking along as well.
Yeah. Looking at the fixtures, I want to maybe go for a Newcastle player, but I don't know who I'd fully trust. Like, you do think that Bruno G probably will play twice, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Haaland just outscored him, even if it was one game. So, boring week for me, I think, still. Lee Hooper, when's the second Chance League start?
I was thinking about this the other day. I think we should possibly let the crazy Christmas get out of the way. And then I think it'd be from the first game week in January. Maybe the second. But I'll confirm it next few weeks.
I think we did that last year. I think
Game
it
week
was
20.
just after.
Game week 20 is halfway, and that's Saturday the 17th of January.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
We've done Nathan's best captain pick. So, DT Phillip, would you transfer Timber to Ben White with the change of position for Timber at the minute? So, Timber obviously been playing at right centre back where he played in his Ajax days.
This is a question for you, isn't it, Scott? Really, because obviously it all depends on Mascura, Gabriel, Saliba. If one of them are coming back, you're going to expect Timber to move back to right back and Ben White to take his place back up bench.
Yeah.
So when you've got 3 players that are obviously Gabriel's probably furthest away, Well, Mosquera's probably furthest away now.
Yeah,
Then
now.
Gabriel. But then Saliba can't be far off, can he?
Well, Arteta's been saying Saliba's days away, but I think he's been saying that
That's
now,
a week.
now for a week and a half, or it might even be pushing 2 weeks. So, I mean, we're obviously not going to see Saliba come back for Bruges. I don't think there's any point throwing him into that one with our position. But if there's any sign that he is back for the Wolves game, yeah, I think White's probably a bit too risky, personally. And I think, yeah, Timber would go straight back to right back. But, yeah, I don't think it makes Timber a bad pick, even playing at centre-back. You would have had Gabriel, for example, wouldn't you, at centre-back? So I think it's just as good. I do think if you take Timber out, you're probably then going to want to bring him back again. Whereas if you bring Ben White in, I think it's a matter of time before you're taking him out. So I'd just leave it as it is.
Quick amount of time.
Yeah, and then you know how highly owned the Arsenal defence are. Like you take him out for the Wolves game and put Ben White in, and then game week 16 it's Everton and Crystal Palace. Ben White probably plays one of those, whereas Timber does need a rest, but he's got more chance of playing twice in game week 16 and the doubles in 17 and 18. So
yeah,
I think there's no need, personally. Any objections?
No. Covered it well.
And then Shirky, is Shirky worth bringing in for next week and then holding going forward? Absolutely disgusting assist. Tony, you've been banging that drum for a little while with Shirky, haven't you?
Yeah, but off the back of me saying Fordham were a doubt because of how well Shirky played, Shirky got dropped, Fordham started and then scored 4 in 2 games. And the rest is history. But obviously, Cherky's come back into the team. God, he's good. They found another diamond there, aren't they? He's so good. Such a talented footballer. Great to watch. Is he going to play him? If he's on the pitch, he's going to score you points. I think they've got to play both Borden and Cherky, haven't they? They've got to find the way of doing it, and like they did last week, and keep going with it, but you just know you can't trust Pep. I like him, but I can't say after I was saying the other week that I probably would have gone Shirky over Foden that you should bring him in because I just can't trust Pep. He's had a good game, so you'll probably drop him.
He'd probably start the cup though, won't he? I would have thought if he didn't start the league game, Cherky.
Yeah, in the double, it's not a big risk, is it?
No.
It's the last game week in it before they all go away to AFCON. So he's Marmouche going. You'd expect Marmouche playing that Brentford game.
That's what I wondered though. Like, is that? Do you think they'll fancy that? Like, I know they're probably never going to say "Don't play me," but like, if you're Marmouche and you've not been getting played for all this time, and then you're about to go to AFCON, and then they chuck you in for a Carabao Cup match, like.
Yeah, it pulls up with a hamstring injury.
Yeah. I don't know. I know they're professionals, aren't they? So I'm guessing.
Don't they go on Monday the 15th, though? So he won't be able to play the Carabao Cup game.
Oh, is it? Right, they go before the Carabao games.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what they were saying last week, weren't it? The 15th is the deadline. So, yeah, they might play. They still might. Marmouche might still play Palace, though. Yeah, for me, if I had Cherky in my team, I'd keep him. But if I wouldn't bring him in, you got Reinders, Marmouche, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Savinho, Oscar, Bob, all had minutes recently, so it's just too risky. I think Foden's pretty nailed, but the rest of them all been getting minutes, so not for me. But like I said, if I got him, I'd keep him in.
No Shirky for Christmas.
No. Not yet.
Sat there patiently waiting for that one, weren't you, Scott?
On to Mateta. So, Icaz, are people being hasty getting rid of Mateta, considering his on penalties and his fixture volume? Now, I mean, I haven't actually seen people selling Mateta, but I've seen a lot of talk of it in our Discord, and there is definitely a lot of people that are getting a bit fed up with him. Chris, how are you feeling about Mateta? He's in your side, isn't he?
Yeah. I'll certainly keep him for the next couple. It's a difficult one because I just feel as soon as I take him out, he's going to go and score 3 goals or something stupid in a week. But everyone who's watched him says he's terrible. He's like a centre back basically playing up front. But I don't know. It's a tricky one. I mean, who are you going to bring him in for? Who are you going to bring in for him? I suppose you probably look at Newcastle potentially, but then is that any? Yeah, I mean they've got a couple of decent games there, but is he going to outscore him by that much? I'd probably, to be honest with you, the way I'm looking at it is probably that week 17 and 18. If he's not scoring that well, that's probably when I would. Although they've got 3 home games. There's a few other teams like Liverpool have got some couple of nice home games. Dare I say it, West Ham at home 3 times.
But that could be the Bowen week.
I mean Bowen does play. That's the thing. I mean, he's taken Mateta off. Is that in anticipation of all of the other games coming up when he's got to play him, or is he trying to manage his minutes a little bit? Where Bowen, unless his leg's hanging off, he'll play basically, and he'll probably play most of the minutes. So that's an advantage. So there's a few. I mean, even Man United, they've got a nice 17 and 18. They've got some nice fixtures there. So you've got a lot of options to come off him, but I don't think I would come off him yet. I think obviously he's got the cup next week, the Carabao Cup, not Carabao Cup, the conference rather, and Palace probably, depending on what they do against Shelbourne, they might need to still get 3 points in that game. So, and he's got Leeds away the week after, and Arsenal in the cup. So I think there's enough there. I mean, again, you're not bringing him in for someone who's probably going to score 3 or 4 goals. You're probably bringing in someone who's going to score 1 or 2 goals, and Mateta can't do that. So
I think that's what it is, isn't it? It's the lack of other people doing well. I think that's.
Yeah.
I think we would be more ruthless with him if there were more people putting their hands up. But look back, and over the last 5 game weeks, there's only 3 strikers that have outscored him over the last 5 weeks: Haaland, Marlon, and Thiago, who you and Tony have both got already. So you're probably looking at a formation change, unless you're anticipating that it changes dramatically.
I mean, he always does just enough, doesn't he? Just when you're going to pull the trigger, he goes and scores, and you think, I'll keep him for another week or something. I think it's the pens thing, isn't it? But they've obviously got to get a pen for him to score one. So
yeah, I mean, if Munoz is out longer, it ends up being something long term, and then we've also got no Sarr there.
He's lost 2 players on that side, isn't he?
Yeah, the option to service.
Yeah, that is a factor. That is a consideration, I must admit. So it's probably something that will happen. I don't think I can't see myself being that patient that I'll keep him all the way through till the end of game week 18. I've probably got rid, but who for at this stage, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay patient. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, he's got 2 double game weeks coming up, and you could all be change your mind after Shelbourne, hopefully. Yeah, he's got KUPS next week as well, and then double game week with Leeds in as well. So game week 17, that's when everyone starts doubling. So that's where you can jump off if he carries on being like atrocious. But like you said, I was looking at the stats the last 5 game weeks. Yeah, he's the 4th highest striker, 42 points. And one of them strikers, it doesn't even play half the time, Marlon. The other 2's Haaland and Thiago. So he's still in the top 3.
You could flip that. Like, we're only picking out the strikers that have done better. There are quite a lot of other players that have scored more highly, but then you're swapping him for a defender or midfielder, which doesn't seem as exciting.
And you've got to look as well. Who do you think is going to go through in the Carabao Cup? Because from game week 19, you'll have another 2 games in the cup because it's it's a 2-legged semi-final. So you'll have a double game in game week 19, the FA Cup game, and then in game week 20, where's the other one?
22.
Yeah, 22. You have another double game week as well. So if Palace go out in the quarterfinals, then you jump on something else.
I suppose the other thing is Palace haven't got the doubles, have they, in Europe, because there's finish sooner. So that's possibly a reason to jump off.
Yeah, this is the last game for them in Europe for a while, unless they get in the playoffs. When I say the next game week 15 is the last game in Europe for them.
Which is probably not out of the question. They're not doing that great, are they?
No, they're not doing very well.
Tony, do we need to ask you? You've not been a fan.
No,
Sell him.
Yeah, it's fixture volume. He's got fixture volume. They make chances, but like I say, Munoz missing, Sarr missing. Could he? I mean, Pino's looking quite good, but can he have the same amount of chances with 2 of their most influential chance creators out the side? I don't know. He still hasn't untucked his shirt either.
It's starting to look worse and worse as it goes on for them, isn't it? Bruno Fernandes assist. So that's a 15-pointer for Bruno. Would have been a nice sub.
Would have been a nice sub, yeah.
I'd have done it. I just couldn't. I could not move formations to do it. So, yeah.
He's on 15 and Mbumo's on 12. I said I would have had double digits would be the bar, isn't it, on them subs?
Yeah,
I think
Probably would have gone Bruno, but yeah, hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
It's due a penalty. Wait for it.
I'll say that.
I know Miss Snoopy's celebrated in the chat, but yeah, let us know in the chat if any of you guys made the sub this evening. Connor, I know a lot will jump on Gehi after the goal this weekend, but is that the right move? Adding him to some defences who might already have 2 to 3 Palace in there going against Manchester City. What do you reckon? Have the Palace defenders had their time now? Is it like a case of stick with them if you've got them, but don't add any more? Would you consider Gehi this week?
And I guess you could take him if you think Munoz maybe he's carrying an injury, because he said he's been carrying it for a while, didn't they? But he needed a rest. But yes, you could always, that's one option. If you wanted to stick with Palace, take out Munoz and bring in Gehi, because you know Gehi's going to play.
7 returns, 5. That was his second goal and 5 assists now.
Crazy, isn't it?
That's ridiculous.
There's not much between them, though. Obviously, Munoz is out in front, isn't he, in terms of points scored by about 20, I think. And I don't think there's much between him and Lacroix.
Here's a stat for you. So, Gehi's third for clean sheets in the whole game with 9. Who's the other 2 that are ahead of him?
Raya?
Munoz?
No, a defender.
Defender.
Defenders. Sorry, what did you say? Nunez?
Munoz.
Munoz, no.
Big Dan Burn?
How did you get that? I thought no one was going to get that.
Because I know he subbed off. And banked one the other day.
Yeah, he's got 10 clean sheets, Dan Burn.
I think he's had that twice this season where he subbed off and kept the clean.
Yeah.
And then they've lost it afterwards.
So he's getting a lot of stick, Dan Burn, but he's proven to be getting the clean sheets.
He's
on the pitch. Yeah.
Desperate.
I bet you can guess the number 1.
Is it Arsenal player?
Yeah.
Is it got to be Timber then?
Huh?
Gabriel?
Gabriel, 11 clean sheets.
Still been out for a while.
Proving how important he is, isn't he, lately?
Yeah. We'll take one from the chat here. So Paul's just signed up as a member. What's your take on 3 Palace defenders against my 3 City attackers? So fairly similar. He's got 82 points this week with Bruno, Guimaraes and Gordon coming in. So yeah, are you bothered? Are you bothered about having the City attackers versus the Palace defenders, or is it win-win?
I'd just go with it because you can't do much about it now, and obviously it's for the season, like for the games coming up, isn't it? It's just one game they're going to play each other. You want them City attackers, and I think you want the Palace defenders still, at least until game week 17. So I'd be happy to bring Gehi in. He's got 4 games over the next 2 game weeks.
They do keep clean sheet. I'm not don't think they're going to keep clean sheet against City, but they are a funny team, Palace, aren't they? Because they have that sort of, they let in a goal against someone you expect them to keep a clean sheet against, and then they'll go and play, someone half decent, and then they'll keep a clean sheet against them. So they do tick over. I mean,
have they played already this season? No, it was the cup.
No,
it was the final, wasn't it? The final the last season, yeah.
Yeah, because I think they play 29. I think they've got City again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bothered as well. It's because you can still have your clean sheet wiped out and do okay the way the point scoring goes as well, can't you? With like bonus and tackles and all that. So I don't think it's a concern. Shane McClear. So I'm transferring Enzo out this week. Who would be your top 4 midfielders similar to Enzo, who tick over with points each week within the 4 million to 5.3 million bracket? Be seen as a sort of long-term hold. Anyone from the list below that you'd recommend, and how would you rank them? So Bruno G, Szoboszlai, got Declan Rice there, Anderson, Tielemans, Gibbs White, and Erdegaard. Any there, Tony, that you like the look of for this week?
I think for this week, Bruno G is a good shout. Slob, he's doing great. in basically, he's the only one stepping up to the plate.
Can't stop scoring either.
He's scoring well points. He's scoring goals. He's smashing it. He's what 11 points behind Foden for the season. Only 1 point behind Saka. So he's doing immense, but they've got 2 singles now. But he's noted down for me for game week 17 for the possible goal boost. So obviously just depending what it looks like in 17. I think Slob's good there. I think Guimaraes is good there. Tielemans starting to run the show again for Aston Villa. He's finally, obviously a great win for them the weekend. But you could just watch Tielemans. He's so good to watch when he's on song. I'd go Tielemans, Slob, and Bruno G out of them.
What do you lads think there?
Yeah, I think Bruno G's a good shout. Obviously, he's one of them players I keep wanting him, and I just can't seem to get him, or it's not the right week to bring him in. Yeah, he's one of them players that I do like him. He's
got the yellows as well, hasn't he? 4 yellows.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
When do they reset?
Is it the last? I don't know.
I'm sure, top man.
Not sure if it's the 30th or if it's before or after Christmas.
It'd be nice for him to reset before that big run of games, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But some players use it to their advantage. You get Boxing Day off and have a few beers Christmas Day.
If you receive 5 yellow cards in your team's first 19 games.
Okay. So you wouldn't want to bring him in now, would you? Because if he got booked in a single, you're you're totally sort of stuffed then, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you could sub him the week
Yeah.
after for someone that's got a double.
Yeah.
He's a expensive player, isn't he? So you'd have plenty of choice, but it's not ideal.
I think they're the top two. I mean, I'll probably even throw in Rodgers maybe as an outside one, because Villa seems to be picking up a bit of form, and he's I know he's not he's not one of the players that ticks over, but he struggled a bit at the start, and but he's starting to pick up again, I think, a little bit. And obviously, if Watkins is scoring, that's going to help him a little bit as well with assists and stuff. Maybe him and Watkins, they're coming back into form at the same sort of time.
For me, I wouldn't move him on this week with Everton and Cardiff coming up. The only player that I would bring in out of that list would be Bruno Guimaraes if you wanted to actually move him on. Obviously, we've still got a game to go this week, so see how he gets on against Atalanta. But Bruno Guimaraes possibly could be going up in price, so he's the one I'd be going to for Game Week 15. But I'll still keep it Enzo myself for now, looking at the fixtures. Next week, Game Week 16, then he's only got a single against Newcastle. Then I'd look at maybe moving on to Declan Rice for the double there. Arsenal have Everton and Crystal Palace. And then you could pile on Arsenal there in Game Week 16 if you think they'll beat Palace in the quarterfinals. Because they'll have double game weeks all the way through Game Week 19, all the way through to 22, 23. And then that's when the European playoffs are in 24. Arsenal should be well through there, so they'll only have a single there. Because they're top now, aren't they? 5 wins out of 5.
Yeah, I don't mind if you did want to go Rice this week, but I think I'd do. I think I'd only do it if he's rested against Bruges in midweek. I think that's probably a good sign that he'll definitely be okay for Wolves. But if he does end up playing Bruges, I'd be a little bit worried when the rest will come.
Yeah.
But considering we just lost against Villa, I can't see us taking any chances even against Wolves. So I reckon he'll be benched in midweek this week and then play Wolves and probably play the double in 16.
Wolves haven't picked up a point yet under Edwards. I can see an Arsenal flip there.
So Boslai's a good pick for 70 for me with the Wolves and Leeds. I wouldn't mind jumping on there for Boslai.
Yeah, that's when I'd bring him in, I think.
He's the only one in that team I feel like at the moment can probably say they've played to their best this season in that Liverpool team. Like if anyone's actually put their hand up this season and he's had quite a few game-winning moments, including against my team as well. But yeah, I think he's the only one who's really sort of reached his heights. So yeah, I don't mind that. And then you could just deal with the yellow when it comes.
Bruno Fernandes isn't on that list either for Game Week 17. I think you could jump on in there for a couple of weeks.
We said at the start of the season, didn't we? Like if there was ever going to be a player that even in singles we think could do well, it would be him.
Yeah.
Good question, though. Good question. I would like to get Anderson back in my team. He's had a 3-0 loss again this week, and I can't remember what he finished.
8-pointer, I think it was.
8 points. I remember seeing it and thought, he's at it again.
He's done it again.
He's just like the boring equivalent of like Doku. Like Doku will have a game where City do nothing, but he gets all of the ball. He's doing all the step overs. He's like doing all the flary stuff. Whereas like Anderson comes away with like the same points, and you watch the game and you just think, what's he done? What's he done there? Ian, so which midfielder out of the teams that double in Game Week 15 do you think is the most nailed for 2 games next week? Want to bring a doubler in for Rodgers? I feel like we've probably covered it a fair bit there. Is Bruno G's probably going to be the unanimous answer there? Nailed for doubles? Bruno G's minutes are pretty good. Are there any City mids? You just mentioned you thought Foden will play both, didn't you?
Yeah, I think he will. They got a rest in game week 16, haven't they? Man City midweek, so I think he'll play.
It's a lottery, don't it, City? It's especially where they're. I think someone like Foden and those people, they might start them on the bench. I don't know if they are at home as well.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot. They've got a lot of players, and they've got to give them some minutes, haven't they? Sometime.
They'll get a rest against West Ham as well, won't they?
They get West playing.
I think Enzo's nailed for 2 this week as well for game week 15. Possibly Gordon and Pino could be a good shout for the KUPS game.
It's hard to say Gordon's nailed, isn't it? It's going to be a tricky one because he keeps doing all right now off the bench and starting. He hit the woodwork a couple of times, didn't he? Do you reckon he's done enough to earn his place back, kind of starting all the games now, Gordon?
Yeah, I think so.
Who said United would do a penalty?
Me?
No.
Really are.
Oh, this is going to be a mega haul, isn't it? Is he still? He's got to still be on the pitch as well. He never comes off.
Wow.
Worst decision ever, not using the sub now.
Unless he misses.
Yeah, that's
He
So
has missed a few.
this crazy, or like next week, Arsenal have got a single against Wolves at home.
Yeah,
Do you move? You don't want to move them on, do you?
No, I wouldn't say.
Because they're going to have a double the week after. So you can have, say you've got 2 Arsenal players, you move them on for this week, but then you bring them back in the week after. You've only got 2 for the week after.
Yeah,
you can have 4. You can have 4 the week after if you leave them.
Yeah, it's true, mate.
I think they're luxury transfers, aren't they? Especially this time of year, because you're going to get a booking, you're going to get an injury, especially either before or during week 17. You're going to need them at some stage.
I like the idea of bringing in like 2 Newcastle this week and then moving those 2 Newcastle onto Arsenal. I think could be all right. Because Newcastle will play Chelsea then, won't they, in a single, which is not great.
Wolves is a double game week, isn't it?
It looks like it. It looks like it. Has it been scored? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what we've got to be pushing 20 points there, haven't we?
Come on, Miss Snoopy, tell us what the points
come on,
are.
Lucy, how many
looking
points
at
you
them.
got? Let us know. Oh, we're just. Oh no, she's up next after this. Ian's second question: with Gakpo injured and Liverpool getting nice fixtures from game week 17, are you considering Liverpool attackers?
Yeah.
What do we reckon?
We were saying Szoboszlai, weren't we? Definitely Szoboszlai. And then with the injuries, it's whittling down, isn't it? Really, they've only got Ekitike, Isak, Wirtz, so there could all be options for at least 2 game weeks.
Yeah, I think they're definitely coming into more consideration. Obviously, 2 singles, but Wolves and Leeds home double. You've no Salah. If Gakpo's out still, you're pretty much nailing either Ekitike or Isak.
Chiesa essential.
Give him a go.
Good player.
Not you. I mean, Slot. Slot should give him a go.
Do you reckon Slot will still be there at game week 17?
I think the only fair thing for them to do would just get rid of them both.
Yeah.
Salah, Slot. You've let us down.
Yeah, it's high profile, isn't it? That with Salah and Slot, so it's not good, is it? When it's like that. I think it depends. I mean, if Liverpool win, then it all gets forgotten about. But if they lose, then Slot's going to cop it, isn't he, so to speak.
Yeah, I think his days are numbered after that.
Ekitike price is really nice now, 3.7.
Yeah,
and yes, as long as he does relatively okay against Inter, you imagine he's going to get a nice rise. But you don't want him at 15, do you? So probably you don't want him for either of the singles, to be honest.
No,
not really. No.
I mean, even if Liverpool haven't shown any form, like Wolves and Leeds at home, it don't get much better than that, really, does it? And like you say, you'd imagine a TK would get a fair few minutes, maybe more than Isaac would, because he's not been fully fit, has he? And he's a bit more injury prone. So definitely looking.
Doesn't even look like happening for Isak, does it?
No. And he probably will play some minutes in those games, but he's never going to get 2 lots of 90, is he? But that's the thing, that to start off with.
On to Miss Snoopy, who's probably running around the lounge doing knee slides at the moment.
She won't be here to listen.
I think I'm probably going with Bruno Fernandes before the pod starts. Out of interest, before the pod starts, out of interest, who would you sub in for Munoz for the rest of this game week yourselves? Defender or midfielder? I'll be just leaving it now. I don't think it's worth it. Out of any of the European games, but what do you lads think?
I don't think it's unless Glasner comes out and says the injury is worse than expected, but he's kind of already said that they expect him. Well, they hope he's back for City, don't they? I don't know. It's a difficult player to take out, because he scores so well. It's a big risk if it goes wrong.
I think though that'd be for the sub for this game week. So if you could take him out for a European player potentially, would you bother?
No.
And then get him back for City.
I don't think there's enough there. They're not great games. Some of those, are they?
Fancy tackling Shelbourne with anyone? We've got all the Palace players already.
And they've struggled. They haven't really gone off, have they? Like you say, we've got there's not many left, is there? That you want. I mean, Pino's probably the only one that I could get in, but it doesn't seem to. Yeah, that's not going to get you a load of points. So he might do. He might score. He might get a goal and everything else. But you're hoping more than anything concrete to base it on.
What was you going to say?
I brought in Bruno.
I was just going to say, are you on about the sub for this week?
Yeah, would you still bother?
But Pino's already played, hasn't he? So
it's got to be someone that hasn't played at all, isn't it?
Uche, I was thinking maybe someone like Uche, but he's just played, hasn't he, this weekend? He could have been a good differential.
Yeah.
But Salah hasn't played, but he ain't going to play, is he?
No.
So yeah. Asula. Did he play this weekend? No, I'm only joking. Okay. No, I'd leave it now. Leave it for a double.
Did he start?
Yeah, even Gyökeres come on at half time. Yeah. That was one that just come to mind for me. But we basically brought all of the bench on.
Use this sub in the game week 17 or game week 18 double game week. I think there plenty of options there.
Are the timings out of the games? Probably not, are they yet?
Oh yeah, they're out.
They are.
Man United, Newcastle's the first game on the Friday on game 17.
For the FA Cup, sorry, though, it'll be game week.
Oh right,
game week 19. They're all putting
game week 19. Yeah,
they're all putting us 3 p.m. Will that be the case, or they'll rearrange those for?
They'll rearrange them, and they might put one on a.
Yeah.
Might put one on a Thursday or something. They did that last year.
You want a big you want a Man City or Arsenal or something in the early, and then for someone not to play, don't you? To make advantage of that sub.
Yeah. Yeah, they won't do the Thursday fixture this year because there's Premier League games midweek the week before, so it'd probably be a Saturday games for all the Premier League teams.
I wonder if do you think they'll wait as well because to the Carabao Cup to be played? Because that could have an impact certainly on some of the TV games.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
Right. Bradders, I think we've pretty much covered this. What would you do if Shirky? I put him in as a punt on my goal bonus in game week 13. Didn't go to plan, but kept him as I took Salah out. Plan to take him out this week, but after his great performance in 16-pointer versus Sunderland, I'm 50-50. what would be your thoughts if you had him in your team?
Keep him.
Tony, you would keep, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, 100%. He's an absolute baller.
Get those Rabonas going.
Yeah, like I said earlier.
In that, weren't it?
He's an amazing player, though, and he's.
Didn't Pep sound like he had the ump about it, though? A little bit.
Yeah.
He don't like the flair, does he? He doesn't like anyone sort of kind of breaking rank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would just keep him.
Yeah, keep.
And then we've
I wouldn't bring him in. I wouldn't bring him in.
We've done the Mateta question to death, so it's mini league time. And Chris, you've gone flying to the top there. So you are our leading guest at the moment in at first. How's it feel?
It feels like it's not going to last, so that's how it feels. But yeah, just obviously had the like I said before, the goal bonus that kind of catapulted him up there. And I think everyone's got very similar teams. I mean, we're looking at ours. We've got about 9 players that are the same. So it's going to be when we jump off them, isn't it? Really, I think. But yeah, I'll enjoy it while it lasts, even if it is only for a week.
Jay Curry in second and in third, sorry, and myself in second. So yeah, I was seeing if we could quickly cancel you as a guest so I could have my moment in first. But
I see that you've removed me from the league.
It's top 10, mate. Sorry, rules are rules. We don't make exceptions for guests or hosts. Dream Team Tonic Cash League. Go on, Tony, you can read this one out.
In third, M. Burns, Chicken Tikka Masala. Second, Nathan Wisby. And top of the shop, GW.
Flying there, got some crazy finishes there.
Yeah.
Might be two in the top 10 there, I think. Wisby might have been 9th at some point over the weekend.
Yeah.
Tonic members only, Ben?
Yeah, we got D. Sherwood in third, S. Powell in second, and Nathan Wisby top of the shop.
Shout out Nathan Wisby as well. Better late than never, but we did get his review of eating his butter pasta. It was a forfeit for one of the mini leagues last season, which he was trying to run away from. But he's fine. But he's finally faced up to his forfeit, and he did send a video into the Discord of him reviewing eating a bowl of buttery pasta. So fair play to Wisby. I think he was worried. He's having a really good season. I think he was worried that we would withhold his winnings unless he got that out of the way, I think. So yeah, fair play for fulfilling that one. And then the tag team league, we've got Seth Osborne and Ben Coles in third, G Dully and S. Williams in second, and M. Burns and B. James in first. So very well played there. Finally, the boosters are starting to fill out as well in the leagues. So, but before we come to the end, we've got one more announcement when it comes to leagues. Tony,
Yep.
You got it ready?
Yeah, game week 13 last week. We've got the lowest score out the door, haven't we? Look at me. They're just clinging on again, just outside the relegation zone. But the lowest score, we won 2-8. A. Hollingsworth. Sorry, mate. Only consistency pays in this game.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Leave the football before the football leaves you. The football's left him. At this top level, he needs to call it a day. At this level.
Sorry, mate.
Time to go.
Bye-bye, Hollingsworth.
You need to get. It's time to go.
That's on my list. That's on my list. I'll accept. Any sound effects that you think might fit in, just as long as they're not well-known music or movie clips. I think we'll just about get away with it.
So, sorry, Hollingsworth. I'm just going to share the screen again because obviously we've not kicked him out since last week. He was on the list for this week, and he's also going for double bubble of being the lowest on this week. But he's already gone, so this will get updated. Look who's there.
It's all quite bunched up down there, isn't it? Really?
Oh, silent. All right, Hooper's hanging on as well.
Hooper and Powell battling it out at the minute.
Bang, see you later, you go in prison.
Right. That's a wrap. Good luck for the rest of your game weeks. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like, subscribe if you're not already. Chris, is there anywhere people can find you on X?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I can never remember my handle. So I'll drop it. I think it's Sky_FPL Addict. So I'm usually on there. I mean, I'm on the Discord as well, on the Patreon thing for the Planet FPL, and obviously in your Discord every now and again.
I found you. If you want, shall I read it out?
Yeah.
FPL_Sky Addict, known as FPL DeCanio. Oh,
You're a character, aren't
He was, yeah. Don't get them like that anymore.
you? You know.
That's good to have you on, and I hope you have a good season, but
Yeah,
not too good, so I can climb back up there.
Back to the top.
You have to give us a shout as well when you're on the Clash of the Correspondents next.
Yeah. I'll drop it in, let you know. Yeah,
Cheers, guys.
Scheduled. Cheers, guys.
Yep.
We'll
Cheers,
see you
Chris.
soon.
Thanks for
Cheers,
jumping
everyone,
on.
for listening.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye for now.